Demetrius, our renowned Duke.
Good Aegeus, what's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with a complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius, my noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander, and my gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child, and turned her obedience which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. My gracious Duke, she will not hear before your grace consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I shall dispose of her, which shall either be to this gentleman or to her death.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, Hermia. To you, your mother should be as a goddess. One composed from your beauties, yes, but one to you are but a form of wax imprinted by her touch and within her power. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your mother's voice, others must be held worthier.
I would my mother look it, but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with her judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me, but I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death or to abjure forever the society of men.
So will I die, my lord. My soul consents not to give sovereignty.
And by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, either prepare to die for disobedience to your mother's will, or to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relax, Midsummer, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
You have her mother's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's.
You marry her.
Scornful Lysander, true he hath my love, and what is mine my love shall render him, and she is mine, so all my right of her I do state unto Demetrius.
How now, my love? Why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
The course of true love never did run smooth.
Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
Hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. From Athens is her house from out 7 leagues, and she respects me as her only son. There, dear Hermia, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee. Into that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal away from thy mother's house tomorrow night, and in the wood will I stay for thee.
I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I meet with thee. Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Sickness is catching. Oh, were favor so. Yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye. My tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. The rest I give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hated me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. But that fault were mine.
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night through Athens' gates we have devised to steal.
And in the wood where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there Lysander and myself shall meet. And thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my Hermia. Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius still on you.
Oh, happy some or other some can be. Through Athens, I am thought as fair as she. What of that? Demetrius thinks not so. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eye, so I, admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, he hailed down oaths that he were only mine. But when that hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence I have thanks it is a dear expense. But herein mean I, to enrich my pain, to have his sight, thither and back again.
Either I mistake you, Shay, for making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow.
Thou speakest all right. We are the merry wanderers of the night.
Are you not he that finds the maidens of the village?
We guess to Oberon and make him smile when we are fat and Ziegfeld Arts Academy, neighing in likeness of a filly foal.
And to make the drink to bear no burn, midless night wonders laughing at their harm?
The whitest ant telling the saddest tale. Sometimes for her 3-footstool she mistaketh me. Then we slipped from her bum and down couple street. And merry hour was never wasted there. I'm asking, whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire.
I do often wonder, swifter than the moon's sphere.
And I serve the fairy queen. Farewell, thou loved spirits. Our queen and all of our else await for us.
The king doth keep his rivals here tonight. Take heed that he does not come within our sight. For Oberon is passing full mad, and now they never meet by Grover Green in Grover Green, my town clear as fabled starlight sheen. But they do square their elves for fear, creep into acorn cups and hide them there. But room fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here, mistress, would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon! Fairy, skip hence, I have forsworn his bed and company. Tarry, rash wanton. Am not I thy lord? Then I must be thy lady. But never met we in hill or dale, forest or mead, but with thou brawls thou hast disturbed our sport.
It lies in you.
Why should Titania cross for Oberon? I do but beg a boy to be my henchman. Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the boy of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air full oft hath she gossiped by my side. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die. And for her sake, I will not part with him.
How long within this wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus's wedding day. If you will patiently dance in our moonlight rounds and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your taunts.
Give me that boy,
And I will go with thee. Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away, we shall chide down right if I longer stay.
Well, go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove until I torment thee for this injury.
I've never told you that I actually got a starring role on Broadway, but I couldn't actually play it because there were like too many other options for me to do. There's just too many other plays. Everyone wanted a piece of this.
Is all our company here?
You are best to call them generally man by man according to script.
These guys are called mechanicals. That means actors. They're practicing a play that they hope to perform on Theseus' wedding day.
Here is the scroll of every man's name which is thought fit through all Athens to play in our interlude for the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, and then read the name of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, our play is the most lamentable of comedy and cruel of death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth the actors by the scroll.
Answer as I call you, Nick Bottom.
Ready! Name it for time for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are sit down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover or tyrant?
A lover that kills himself from a gallant of love.
That will last some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms, and I will condone some measures. Yet to the rest, my chief humors for a tyrant. I could play Ericles rarely, or part to tear a chasm to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shucks shall break the locks of prison gates. That was lofty. Now name the rest of the players.
Francis Flute.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Flute, are to take Thisbe on you.
What does this be? A wandering night.
She is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, Faith. Let me not play a woman. I have a beard coming.
And I may play Thisbe too. Let me play her. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe, Pyramus lover dear, thy Thisbe dear, and lady dear.
No, you must play Pyramus, and Flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starblade.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Robert Stark.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Thisbe's father. Snug, you the lion's part. And I hope here is the play now fitted.
Do you have the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me.
You shall do an extempore, for there's nothing but roaring.
Let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me roar again. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
And you shall do so terribly. For you would frighten the Duchess and ladies that they would shriek.
But they would hang us every mother's son.
I grant you, friends, if the Duke should frighten the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, so that I will roar you as gently as any nightingale.
You played no part but Pyramus. You For Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a loving, gentleman-like man. Therefore you must needs play Pyramus.
Well, I will undertake it.
This is my favorite part. We use our magic to turn Nick Bottom's head into a donkey head. Why? Because it's funny.
The raging rocks and shivering shucks shall break the locks of prison gates. What's up, guys?
We're gonna fast forward a little here. Basically, Oberon gives us this magic love potion.
So you put this stuff in people's eyes, and the next thing they see, they fall in love with. Oberon told us to put it in Titania's eyes because he was kind of mad at her. So now Titania is sleeping in the woods, and we're waiting to see what he falls in love with.
Cut. Oberon saw Helena and Demetrius in the woods, and he felt bad for Helena. So he told us to put the stuff on Demetrius' eyes to make him fall in love with Helena. But we never saw Demetrius and Helena. We found Hermia and Lysander sleeping in the woods, and we thought they were Helena and Demetrius. So we put it on Lysander's eyes right as Helena was passing, and he kind of left Hermia alone in the woods. Oops!
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I would chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being overshoes in blood, plunge in the deep, then kill me too. sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I believe as soon as this whole earth may be bored, and that the moon may through center creep, and so displease.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens look thou find. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes again she do appear.
I go, look how I go.
Swifter than arrow from Coda's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery. Dip the apple of his eye, when his love he doth espy. Let her shine as glorious as the Venus in the sky. When thou awakest, if by she be, beg for her for a remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand.
And the youth mistook of me, pleading for a lover's fee.
Shall we therefore pageant see? Oh, what fools these mortals be!
Helen, I love thee, by my life I do. I swear by that I will lose for thee, to prove him false that say I love thee not.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
I say I love you more than you can do.
Oh, excellent!
Oh, if thou say so, withdraw and prove it. Quick, come.
No!
Hang off, thou cat, thou bird, vile thing, let loose.
Why are you grown so rude? What changes this sweet love?
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you.
Should I hurt her, strike her? Although I hurt her, I'll not harm her so.
Oh, me, you juggler! You canker blossom! You thief of love! What, hast thou gone by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
What would you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? That way goes the game. Now I perceive she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low but that my nails can reach into thine eyes. Ah!
Helen, I love thee! Ah!
After all that, Oberon basically told us to fix our mess. So we took the potion off Lysander's eyes, and he went back to being in love with Hermia. Then we put the potion on Demetrius' eyes, and he's in love with Helena now.
Then Oberon put some potion on Titania's eyes and made sure she saw him first, so they're back to being in love now. Then all the human couples went back to Athens, and they're getting married at the same time as Hippolyta and Theseus. So it's all working out now.
What mass? What dance shall we have? To wear away this error of 3 long hours between our after supper and bedtime. Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? The battle of the centaurs must be sung by an Athenian announced to the harp. Will none of that.
The rite of Thisbe, mechanicals turning the dragon singer in the rage. That was an old device. One that was played when I from Davis came last to Bunker.
A tedious scene between Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Very tragical, tedious and brief.
And we will hear it.
We will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss, and sinlessness a duty tender. Bring them in! Let them approach.
Gentles, perchance you wonder at the show, but wander on to terrific Godwin's plain. This man is Pyramus, if you must know. This being is Lady Thisbe is certain. And this man with lime and rough cast up the rough wall, looked vile while which did these lovers surrender. And his thralls chief poor souls are very content to whisper at the witch let know my wonder.
In the same interview, I doth fall that I once knelt by neighbor's empty wall, and such a wall as I would have you think, that in its cranny hollow cheek, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did often whisper very secretly.
Oh, grim looking night! Oh, night with you so black! Oh, night, alack, alack, alack! I fear my Thisbe's promises forgotten, and thou, oh one, oh sweet and lovely one, that standest between our father's ground and mine, show me thy cheek and lean through with mine eye. Whew, thanks, courteous wall, Jove shall do well for this. But what I see? No Thisbe do I see! Oh, curse thy wicked stones for thus deceiving me!
The wall, methinks, should curse again.
No, true, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the chink. You will see will fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes! Oh, Wall, often hast thou heard my bones for parting poor Pyramus and me. Hark! I can see a voice. I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe! My love! Thou art my love. I think. Wilt thou and Ninny's to meet me straight away? Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
You ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on the floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lions rough and wildest rage doth roar. Know that I, when snug, am not a lion.
Gentle beast, of good conscience.
I am the man in the moon.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. This man deserves to be thrown into the lanthorn. How is it else the man in the moon?
All I know is I'm the man in the moon.
This is old Ninny's tune, but where's my love? Rah! Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright, for by thy golden, gracious, glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay! Oh, spots! What mark for night? What dreadful dullness here? Eyes, do you see? How can this be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear. Thy mantle good, what? Stained with blood? Approach, ye furies fell. Oh, fates, come, come, cut thresh and from. Quesh, quell, conclude. Oh, wherefore nature didst thou lion's frame, that lion vile which hath here deflowered my dear, which was, no, which was the fair stain that lived, that laughed and loved and looked with cheer. Come tears confound that sword and wound, the path of Pyramus I had left. Oh! Die, thus, die. Now I am dead. Now I am fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose that light. Man! Take thy plate!
Well, friends, thus this be ends. Adieu. Adieu. Adieu.
It was a fine tragedy, and very notably discharged. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers, to bed. 'Tis almost fairy time.
Now until the break of day, through the house each fairy stay. Hand in hand with fairy grace, we will sing and bless this place. So shall all the couples three, ever true and loving be. Trip away, make no stay. Meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended.
That you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and a weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream.
Then those do not reprehend, if you pardon we will mend. And as I am an honest puck,
If we have unearned luck, now to scrape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long.
else the puck a liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hand if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.